So I've been gaming for a long time, and as a younger kid, I distinctly remember having times where I'm like, you know what the coolest thing would be? Where if I could take my PlayStation or my PlayStation 2 or my Xbox 360 and just bring it with me everywhere, right? Where, of course, we've had so many portable consoles. We've had things like our Game Boy Pockets, our Game Boy Advances, our DSs, even had some more powerful consoles come out like the Vitas and a lot of the emulation systems that have been like coming out nowadays, especially, right? Those have been really sick. Like some of my favorite games have come out on those devices, and I've really grown to appreciate them more as time has gone on. But there was never anything that could give you that full console experience on the go with just the level of portability and convenience that you might hope. And the Steam Deck is the thing that I've wished for my entire gaming career. Now, I'm not sponsored by Valve. God knows I wish I was making Valve money out here. This isn't a paid ad by any means. This is strictly coming from someone that loves video games and has been gaming for a long time. The Steam Deck is just such a cool machine. This machine's ability to emulate titles. You have access to pretty much every console generation under the sun on one machine, right? You have your modern PC titles, which you can play. And in addition, this thing can emulate just everything, man. I've been so surprised by the performance. As you guys can see, I currently have my PlayStation emulator up with just some classic games over here, right? Which y'all know about Intelligent Cube. Y'all don't know nothing about Intelligent Cube, but as you imagine, right, like it's gonna emulate these games like of course it should. A device that is this technologically advanced with these kind of specs should have no issues emulating PlayStation games. But what's really surprised me is the fact that I can get my PS3 games running on this thing. Like, take a look at this for a second. Like, a portable PS3, man, you guys do not understand. I almost had tears in my eyes using this device because I was like, it works. Like, look, it just works, man. So I got so much to say. Like, as you guys can see, I don't want to give you guys just a generic review of this thing because there's so many different places you can find that. What I want to do is just level with you guys as like a regular person to a regular person who just loves gaming. And if you're on the fence about this device, like, just look at this, man. And not only am I playing a PS3 title, but because this thing is a PC, I was able to apply patches, which means I can play like Japanese import games with English patches on this portable device. And just look at the performance here, right? Like, we'll just boot this thing up and just let me like show you guys. We'll just like run through all this. But not only can this thing emulate the system, but it emulates it well. And if you guys know anything about PS3 emulation and where it was just even a year or two ago, it's insane to me that we've gotten to a point where we can emulate accurately like full ass PS3 games. Look at this, man. No slowdown, no hiccups, no weird audio glitches, just straight hands playing Japanese import titles on a portable device. I was going to call this a portable emulation machine, but it's more than that. Like, and this is just like, let me pause this. This is mind-blowing to me, right? Like, this just explodes my brain, man. If you're someone that loves gaming, there is so much here for you. I'm huge into emulation, right? Because I love older titles. I love games for all across the board, from Sega Genesis to Dreamcast to Saturn to the PS2 era, all that stuff. So Steam Deck just had my heart and soul from the moment that I knew I could emulate those. I also love modern games too, right? But I'm into fighting games, and it's so sick to be able to like dock this thing, right? Like put it up on the dock, and then it has Bluetooth capability, so I can use my wireless controllers. I have a wireless arcade stick, and I just have a portable fighting game machine on the go that I can bust out anytime, right? Look at this, y'all. Portable Tekken 7. Like, I can just go bring this to my job on my lunch break and just chill and practice electrics or juggles, and I don't know, man. This just makes me so happy. So one thing that people's mileage is going to vary on is how much you like to tinker. And what I mean by that, right, is like playing around with settings and doing what you can to optimize the way that you play, because certain things don't work out of the box. But the cool thing is that because this machine is a portable PC, there are so many ways to work around things that you can pretty much make anything work. And I know that was vague, but what I mean, right, is like Tekken 7 right out of the box is not Steam Deck supported, right? But through the use of different applications, you can get this thing up, you can get it up and running, like clearly, right? Like I have it up and running on this device. And not only that, you can go into the in-game settings as well as the actual Steam Deck settings themselves and make performance changes as needed, right? Like you want more battery life, okay, then like what we'll do is like, let's mess with the resolution, let's maybe put the frame rate limit down. I'm certainly not going to be doing that on something like Tekken, right? But like when it comes to the scaling, like I've heard a lot of good about the FSR filter, so we're going to put that on. But there's just, it's a PC, man. It's a portable PC. So if you are willing to mess around with the settings, if you like being able to optimize your gaming experiences and tailor them to exactly whatever your needs are, it's amazing what you can do. And as you can see, like I got it up and running. So like there are games that say they are not supported by the Steam Deck that you can still play. And like that blows my mind. Like compatibility and what you're able to do with this machine is just, it's so sick, man. So like I'm playing Tekken 7 on the go. Like how insane is that, right? That I just have a device in my hands that can just play these games anywhere. And like you can make adjustments as needed to, like we were saying, like increase the frame rate. You can dock this thing and just play online matches if you want to. Bust out your PS4 controller, bust out your arcade stick, bust out your 360 controller. And look at this, man. Like it runs how it's supposed to. Like it's more than playable. Like it's good, man. Like what do you even, it's just, it blows my mind every single time. And I don't think the novelty is ever gonna wear off. It's just so sick. If you're a PC player coming to the Steam Deck, you're already very familiar with this stuff. And if you're somebody coming from console, it doesn't take that much to learn, man. There's so many tutorials and stuff online and just things that can get you up and running off the ground if you have no experience, let's say, with messing around with things on the PC. But just the fact that you can almost brute force compatibility on this device, in addition to what you're able to do with emulation, in addition to you being able to hold down on this home button, switch it to desktop, and have a portable PC with you. I've heard of people using this thing as not just a gaming device, but as a coding machine. I've heard of people using this thing as like their PC that they bring to work. They just put in the charger up here and they're like, you know what? I don't even need my laptop anymore. I'm gonna just use my Steam Deck. There are so many potential utilities to this device, even outside of gaming, that it opens up so much. And I know I still haven't even reached the full potential of what this thing can do. Like I'm sure there'll be features on this that just blow my mind as the future comes. But as it stands, like I've heard of people like putting on their Nintendo Switch emulators on this and having, like, you literally have access to everything you could possibly want as far as gaming goes. You can connect your Bluetooth devices to it, so that can be anything from your headphones to your keyboard and mouse to your controllers. Then you can dock it, so you can get yourself a USB-C dock and turn this into, like, there's so many things. I don't want this to come across as an advertisement, but I just want you guys to realize, if you are into gaming and you are on the fence about whether this device is worth the pickup or not, as someone who was previously in your shoes and bit the bullet, I can 100% tell you that this thing is so worth the money, man. I can't understate the value that you're getting in a single device. And if you want something besides a gaming machine, it can also do that. I just think that this is a miracle of modern technology. I know I'm starting to sound dramatic, but it's a wonder, man. Like, this thing, it has answered so many prayers in terms of emulation, in terms of like fighting game setups, in terms of having everything you want in a single place that you can either set up as an at-home device or bring it with you wherever you want to in its little carrying case and stuff. And I can't say enough good about the Steam Deck, right? Like, I know it's not perfect. I know battery life, it's not like all the way there, but like, let's think about that though, man. This thing can run AAA PC titles, and like, of course the battery life is not going to be like lasting for like 3 days at a time, but every gripe I would have about this is just so small in comparison to the value that you get and everything that it can do, that I really can't say anything negative. You know, it's just, for the money and bang for your buck, this is one hell of a device. So I just kind of wanted to gush about it with you guys, kind of talk with you if you're on the fence, and especially look at it from the point of view of emulation, fighting game players, and as a normal guy who just loves games and loves gaming, this thing is a modern day miracle. Thank you guys for chilling with me. I'm gonna get ready to get out of here. If you have any questions, like, please throw them in the comments. Let me know what you think about the Steam Deck, and I'll talk to you guys again in the next video.